Today I've got your Great Gatsby movie review. Baz Luhrmann takes F. Scott Fitzgerald's famed novel into what looks to be the spectacle of the summer. I read the book, not even in high school, you know, when everybody was supposed to read it. Apparently, I just was unfortunate enough to not read it. So I went into this movie knowing absolutely nothing about this movie. I haven't even seen the original movie from 1974, which starred Robert Redford and Mia Farrow. However, what really drew me into this movie was the star-studded cast, so I hoped that it would pay off and that I would like it. This movie stars Leonardo DiCaprio as Gatsby, who basically throws a party like it's 1999 even though it's 1922. This is one of the places where the visuals were really effective and showed everyone having a good time. Why didn't I get invited to this party? There were songs in here that were good off the soundtrack, but I couldn't help but feel that it seemed a little bit out of place. I mean, come on. These people looked like they were at a rave or a nightclub, especially with that music by, like, Beyonce or whatever. I guess that's what you get for being in Leonardo DiCaprio's crib. I'd say one of my favorite songs was Young and Beautiful by Lana Del Rey. I actually just listened to that again. I guess it was Luhrmann's way of putting a new spin on the classic tale to fit in with this generation. Also a lot of similarities I saw in this movie that I found with another Baz Luhrmann movie, Moulin Rouge, as far as the filming style and the way that the story was being told, and how it was really noticeable by others that Gatsby was truly in love with Daisy. I kind of saw those like similarities, especially with the main characters, kind of like the circumstances and what happened to them. Now, if you read the book, you know what happens to one of the characters, and of course I won't spoil anything for those who haven't read it. Tobey Maguire is the one sort of like telling the story. He's like broker turned alcoholic now. He's got like a beard, so he kind of reminds me of Ewan McGregor from Moulin Rouge. He's sort of like telling the story of what happened that one summer. I'd be telling Daisy Buchanan, I know what you did last summer, except I wouldn't be caught dead in a rain slicker. Just my flapper dress. I felt that Carey Mulligan did a pretty good job as Daisy. I wouldn't have picked anyone else to play her role. Joel Edgerton plays her husband, Tom Buchanan. He has this sort of mysterious, jealous, authoritative appeal to him, and, you know, I absolutely loved it, because I think he's a fantastic actor. He's been in some pretty interesting things so far, and I didn't really care too much about him, to be honest, until later on when you kind of see him break down. He's getting all serious, and he's just trying to reprimand everybody and stuff like that. And of course, Leo as Gatsby, I thought, you know, he had a decent portrayal of the character. However, there was this one thing that he kept on saying that just annoyed me after a while. Old sport. I guess it became kind of a habit, and he just says it all the time. Old sport. At least he started saying it to Toby first. Old sport. Okay, that's enough. Other minor roles in this movie were from Isla Fisher and Jason Clarke, who just so happened to be a couple in this movie, and I thought that they were pretty good, and they showed that they had their wants and desires, and, you know, sometimes that those things can be tampered with. I mean, it was just kind of seeing how vulnerable they are, and things can happen in sticky situations. I would say that even though this movie was over 2 hours long, I was slightly entertained, but at times it seemed as though I was watching a play, or, I mean, I wouldn't go as far as saying it sounded like a soap opera, because, especially in the beginning of the movie, where the main cast is all at Gatsby's house and they're all like talking to one another, and I almost found it laughable because it's just like the way that they talked, it was so like almost like a play. I mean, not that I don't enjoy plays as much. I mean, sometimes I just find movies more entertaining than plays or TV shows. I found that the acting was okay. However, I felt that this movie was kind of disappointing because of the story, and even though it is very tragic, yet there's a lot that could have been done with it, and I feel like it was more focused on the visual aspects of the movie instead of what the characters were going through. The 20s were already hectic as it is. I enjoyed the fact that I had not read the book before seeing this movie because certain scenes were more exciting to watch as they unfolded, and I wasn't disappointed about that. But I would recommend seeing this movie, even though overall it was okay. I just don't know if I would see it again for a long time. Let me know in the comments what you guys thought of The Great Gatsby. How does this movie compare to the previous versions, especially the book? How does it compare to that? As always, you can subscribe to my channel. I've got more movie reviews, movie updates coming every week for a Child Thursday video. You guys can like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, and I will see you guys later.